sunny Sydney. It is fantastic the winter you Sydney siders are having up here. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to wait until some people come in. Damn it, Newman, he went early. If you 10 points if you know what movie that's from. But anyway, yeah, the channel's been quiet lately. We've last week halfway through doing a video and done me back, and the last thing you want to see is me in pain trying to do a video while I'm hobbling around like a bloody broken shifter. But anyway, we couldn't get that video out, and then I started filming a second video the end of this past week, and ended up I was coming home on Thursday or going through to Melbourne to deliver that load, which was going to be the end of the video. Exoville the Great, welcome. I've got early afternoon, Captain Smurf. Yes, so I got turned around to do a changeover in Tuck, so we couldn't finish filming that video. So I thought, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I was wanting to do a live for episode 100, but couldn't work out the intricacies of it. But anyway, we're just going to do it now. So this is going to be rough and tumble, live video. Anyone that's free, we're only going to go for about an hour because I have DoorDash ordered for 5:30. So no, that footage I have being in the red Volvo is the only footage I have. That's the only footage I really want. But that is currently being a menace in Melbourne, delivering around down there. The question was, we when we first opened the Sydney yard up here, the boss come up. Yeah, it has been wild gyro. The boss picked up a 2014, so still newer than the Smurf, but love you to view Scream Harry. Scream Harry? Harry! I don't know what that is. Regan Robinson. Anyway, Martin, hello. Martin's Adventures. Purchased a Volvo. It had 1.6 on it. Apparently I had 300,000 on the new motor, on a new motor. I took it to Melbourne. The mountings for the mirrors were just loose, and it was flopping in the wind going down the highway. And at night time, with the car's headlights behind you shining at your face, it was like that, just light on, light off, light off. Mark, how you going, Mark? Evening, afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Glenn, hello, Glenn. Relaxed, somewhat relaxed. If the thumbnail didn't put you off, we are currently at a caravan park. A very quiet caravan park. The only noise we're getting is dogs barking, and we seem to be under the not only higher up Sydney International. I'm guessing planes going from Sydney International to Singapore going north. They're higher up and not too loud, but we are under the flight path for the Richmond RAF base apparently as well. Johnny, afternoon, sir. Denver, welcome. Got up to Newcastle twice this week. Feel sorry for one of the other blokes that was up there. He was supposed to unload Friday, and that wind that was blowing Friday couldn't unload pods, so he's still up there, and he's got a 2 o'clock unload on Monday, so he's getting a long weekend. All right, another Sydney sider. Well, weather's like up here. Regina. Well, I was at the servo, and I spent Friday night there. I thought at least I'll just finish work and go back to servo at Eastern Creek, whichever one's whichever one is at a park at. And then yesterday morning I was going to pack up and come around to the caravan park, check it out, and stay here for 2 nights. A couple of the other drivers turned up, so we ended up staying there, talking, and then they went to the pub last night in an Uber, and I stayed here. And then this morning I went to get online to book a cabin here and didn't realise the cabins had a 2-night minimum stay. So I should have come here Saturday and stay Saturday, Sunday, because I don't have to get my load and deliver it until 10 o'clock Monday morning. So I've got cream. I'm sleeping in. Regina, favourite truck that I've driven, or favourite truck if money was no object? If I could have a truck. Oh, Ashley. All right, we'll go with Ashley. So I'm just going off your username. Well, if I was going to sit in a truck 24/7 like I have been, I wouldn't go past a Volvo. If money was no object and I could get a truck, it'd probably be a Flintstone Mac. And probably an ex-army one, since that's where my heavy vehicle driving started. Yes, I was driving other trucks beforehand, just sort of around the farm and not on the road and that sort of thing. But yeah, joining the army and getting the keys to an R-banger, it was the passion. The passion was being fulfilled. Gyro, who knows? Who knows? As soon as I got told on Tuesday, XO, we'll talk about DAF in a minute. When I got told to do a changeover in Tarcutta and I was going back to Newcastle Friday morning and getting to Newcastle at 11 and starting from Tarcutta at 3 o'clock in the morning, I knew I wouldn't have the hours to get home on Friday. And now for the second week in a row, nothing being loaded on a Friday. I don't know if they're just focused on this new contract and nothing else is being organised, or it's operations. It's not the job I'd want to do. I have every respect for him in operations. It is a job, but 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of us stuck up here in Sydney this weekend. Even if I wanted to go home, last weekend it was a 13.5-hour round trip, stuck in the passenger seat of a truck just to get home and get back again for 30 hours at home, maybe. So it just, at the end of the day, it's not really worth. Plus, I can't do any food prep and that for the following week. And yeah, I may as well just stay up here and enjoy the warmth, because I know I'd be in tracky dacks and a jumper if I was at home right now. Right. At a previous employer, I was in the XF 105, XR 105, and I didn't mind it, DAF. Apart from one morning when I was stuck for 3.5 hours on the side of the road at Yass because it done a drive belt, serpentine belt, whatever you want to call it. But it was comfy. You had the flappy paddle gear shifting, so you could drive it in manual and actually drive it. Rev it out, do the gear changes, not just get to a hill and decide I'm just going to try and hold a gear until it's at 500 revs, and by then you'd have to go down 4 gears for it to be able to pick up and have the torque. Sit-Track. Australia, the place to be. What is a Sit-Track like? Obviously, all the fuel issues and that going on at the moment. The last time I heard 50% of the cars sold in Australia are now EVs, and I can only imagine 45% of those are from China. Who was it? Merv? Might have been Merv, one of the members, said he had a 18-month, 12-month, 18-month wait for an EV RAV4, but go on the quality of a Toyota, the weight was massive. Whereas if you just went down the street and wanted to get a EV straight away, within a couple of weeks, the flood of Chinese EVs, you'd probably get one. Yeah, well, there you go, Denver. If see, the last one, yeah, that first one was all right. The one I had at the last job, which the members seen the video for that, getting out of the Volvo into it was just jarring. If you got out of a K200 into a DAF, it probably, well, there's no comparison. You were definitely upgrading out of that 200. UD or a Fuso. Well, that even there's highs getting bigger now, getting buggy drives and getting trails under them. I don't know how. I don't know the mechanics, whether if they're 6-cylinder, if they're just a turboed 4-cylinder, what they got there, but they're not really the truck you'd want for a long drive up the road. Iveco, Mark, yeah. I've never had the opportunity to drive one, so I'm not going to comment good or bad on them. You see plenty around, plenty of fleets have them, so it's they're probably obviously worth the money if people are buying them. But we pulled in at this caravan park before lunch. We went to Bunnings and brought ourselves a reclining chair. Sadly, after sitting in it for a couple of hours, Stefan, afternoon, sir. After sitting in it for a couple of hours, it's still not helping the back. Now, I can feel it's tight. You lean back and you try and stretch it out, and that's a pain in the butt. We need to do something about that. Apologies for the sound for a second. Might have to help it. Western Star power mirrors. Silent, elegant, efficient. How long have I been driving? Glenn, if you go back, and for anyone else, where would that have been? I'm going to say in the vlog of the 60s or 70s. This is my life, going back and talking about the early days, where I learnt to drive, getting licensed without sitting any courses, not having an instructor next to me. Basically the old, I got my license out cereal box routine for the most part. Basically 2002, done me driver's course in the ADF. That was only a Land Rover and Unimog. By 2004, upgrade the pretty much your HR, which is your Mac, R-Banger Mac. And once I got out of the army in 06, that license transferred over to heavy combination. I'd also done they're a Hallmark 21 trailer. I think you'd call it a quad dog. I think every time you add an axle to a dog trailer, the name changes. So it was four axle dog trailer. So it quad dog, which that being a heavy rigid is a heavy combination. So I was able to get that license and got out of the army and went straight doing float work in an old 86 W model with a 400 cat in it that had about 28 horsepower left in it, and up to 50 ton tree grinder and 30 ton diggers now on the back. poor brakes, so it was a learning curve. G1 is in G1 freight, Mark, the purple trucks. But even Glenn, before that, growing up on a dairy farm, we had a mate that was driving for Green Freight, which is a Wodonga company, driving 104s. You'd go for a drive with him on a Saturday night or a Friday night. He was doing grain and some other things like that. When the milk prices dropped in the mid-90s, the old man, after milking the cows, would go and do night shift. He'd go and drive with Toll Logging when Toll had the contracts for Victorian logging, and you'd jump in with him on the T650s with the old Eaton auto shift, press the buttons on the dash. And same thing, once you're out on the forestry roads, you'd have a bit of a drive, and yeah, nothing happened. So plus, I think we're far away from the statutory declaration of when that happened. That was 04, 05, so it's 20 years later. Yeah. Speaking of loud sounds, where did Ashley go? Had a river comment. Love you to, if you would scream Harry right now, I'll send you 74, make it 75. There's a deadoing there. Andrew, afternoon, sir. Mark, that would be yes to G1 has Kenworths. G1 has Volvos now as well. I've seen them. It's interesting, some of them bigger companies, them, SRV, DRT, companies known for their stunning trucks. It appears they also want some runaround trucks as well, because I've seen Volvos run around with their stickers on the door. They might be subbies, I don't know. I'm not going to judge, but yeah. True slow, 72? True slow. If you haven't got it by now, I am absolutely horrible with names. I do apologise. I've got to phonetically spell, enunciate the verbs. So yeah, the other thing too, I wanted to get this live out just as a something for everyone, because even if I do, well, that's what I'm talking about now, Zeb King. Even if I get filmed this week, Kay Chapoto. That's completely thrown me. Exoville. Yeah. Denver. We had a bloody conversation the other day about the goddamn DJ Prusi of it all. So, hopefully over time, the more interactions, the more I have to say it. Again, Kylie, good evening. It's one thing to see a name, but to actually think for a moment and say it loud, that's when she's got to be thought about. Yes, true, slow. The yesterday, while sitting around at the Ampole at Eastern Creek, I finally got to use all my washing gear. That video is coming out for members. I did try and upload it here on the Caravan Park Wi-Fi, but it's not enough. The battery would have gone flat in the laptop before it uploaded, so that won't be until next weekend. If I get something filmed this weekend for the next vlog, it won't get out until next weekend either, so I'll make you sick. Okay, that's fine. It is winter, so everyone's got the flu. So yeah, best bet, we're not going to get a video out until next weekend at the earliest. We'll see if we can. No, that's a shame. I'll keep going. Still coping with it. There are things coming. There's some changes that are happening that should make things a little bit better. So we'll just keep playing it by ear. Good Kylie, good, relaxed, in a quiet caravan park. Denver, hello. Just sitting back, enjoying the northern hills of Sydney on this cracking winter's day. But yeah, I'll keep on going for now. There's at the very least, all good then, Denver, all good. Somerset Four-Wheel Drive Club. You tried to ring? When did you try and call? Oh, someone's having fun. Yeah, at least the one good thing is now that it's actually down as local work. You're getting paid. Oh, Ash. That's. I didn't even realise that was your YouTube name. All good. Using an interior camera angle filming the cabin, not windshield. I have a feeling you watched my videos. Exoville, no, actually, I don't think. I don't think I've actually looked you up. I'll do that tonight. I apologise for that. Kevin, good afternoon. Gyro, Starlink. It's a possibility. I think moving forward, if I do want to upload videos when they're done for the weekend ahead, especially if I'm going to get stuck Sydney, then yeah, we might have to. The problem is Starlink's not going to replace my mobile phone. It's going to stay in the truck, which means I still need a mobile phone for home and everything else, which the basic plan through Telstra is about $44 now. What's like about 80 bucks a month. So you're going to be looking at 120 bucks a month just to have that. Now, I don't care if I don't have service. I'm quite happy to go dark and not be called by work or anything else. But for the pure simple fact of being able to upload videos, it might be time to link up. But I was going to try too, because I'm on an 80 gig plan with Telstra now. I've updated that. Might be able to pay a little bit more, maybe go to 100 and still be cheaper than Starlink, but still have the data to be able to upload a video. Bundy Man, thank you. Come in, comment a bit more, and yeah, but very much appreciate you being here since the first vlog. Boy, if I knew what I knew back then now, that we might have done some things different in the channel, but it is what it is. Where are they sending me this week? I'm back in Sydney doing local, as far as I know. At least it's probably going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, doing local. Got the concrete contract for Northeast Link in Melbourne. So on your side of your bridge and overpasses, you got the big concrete guardrail. Well, the guardrails bolt on top of them, but the sides of your bridges, they're big panels that get concreted onto the bridge. We're bringing them down at the moment. So 77 a month. Well, there you go. So I'd have to pay the 77 plus the 44. to have both. So yeah, that concrete's getting loaded out. Like there's six or seven loads a day that have to come out, and they get put together as a road train to hammer the traffic. The traffic's the big thing. At least where we're going into Condell Park, it's sort of in and out. You're just getting off the M5 after dealing with the M5 slow traffic, and not real fun. But at least you know what to expect. Plus, again, being paid local, you're getting paid by the hour. So if you're sitting in traffic for 2 hours, who cares? Kevin, hi Brad, I like your videos. What do you prefer? What? There's an autocorrect there. It's something or curtain spiders. Certain spiders. Curtains would be great. Put a load in, close the curtains and go. Maybe a strap or two just to be safe, but especially if some of the jobs we do where it should be a curtain load. I had to deliver a trailer last week. It had a heap of like little corflute tree guards and stuff like that, which doesn't matter if it gets wet. But one of the pellets had cardboard boxes of your little 5-litre pump spray bottles. And they were sitting on top, and anyone in Sydney would know it absolutely poured last weekend. And all that got wet. And then I had to sit there and deliver it. And I said, yeah, it should be in a taut liner, but here it is on a flat top without being tarped. Taut liners are often doing different stuff that should be a requirement when the load's ordered. When we say we want to put freight on a trailer, we want a trailer with curtains. We want the freight inside, and it'd be a lot less tarping we have to do. So, but all your deal and that sort of where it'd be good to have that in a taut liner. 95% of the places it's all loaded with an overhead crane, so unless the special open up trailers that K&S and the other companies, you wouldn't be able to do it. What else is there? Anyway, get out of the truck. We'll do a quick walk around. Someone said earlier how good Smurf looked. The problem is we're not getting paid to wash the trucks anymore, so you're inclined to just do the bare minimum now. Focused on the chrome. When the members see the video, I didn't touch the top of the bonnet. There's nothing worse, even when this windscreen gets dirty. There's nothing worse than that sun glare coming off the top of a nicely polished bonnet as well. West Wyalong, Josh, welcome. Still cool down there and wet. Stefan knows. Interestingly, nothing's happened from that yet. Even next pay, there was no docking for the replacement of the tarp or anything, but we did the exhaust guards. We didn't do the stacks. My extendo pole doesn't go that high, but mainly the wheels. The wheels come up good. Tanks. Wheels. We did the back of the cab. Now I say in the video, cans, that's an American term, but air cleaners, light surrounds. We didn't touch the bumper at all. And we did the, you're not going to see on this little camera, but we did the inserts of the inside of the air horns and the chrome on top of the lights. And I was surprised I was able to get them so shiny, but again, wheels, laundry, and mirrors. But that's one of the main reasons I wanted to get into a caravan park, so I had access to a laundromat, wash the stuff, just hang it up and yeah, obviously I haven't stayed at too many caravan parks before because I thought we're on a we'll go over here. Where I've got a powered site with ensuite. Ideally, you'd be parked on there with your ensuite or your awning out over that concrete. But yeah, we've tucked it away well, I think. We've got the nose off the street. Check out. Went to Bunnings this morning and brought a nice reclining chair, washing, toilet, shower, all the mod cons. So we've got some extra storage on the back now, and our washing gear is in there. Yeah, it's making the best out of a subpar situation, but that's what we're doing. So dog's barking. That's all right. It is a lot better than even last night. The servo, with next to no trucks coming and going, it was nice and quiet. But during the week, just having people doing changeovers next year and everything else is all fun. I probably don't need them anymore, but we'll keep them there anyway. Let's go back. Like semi-drum. So anyway, Stefan, no, nothing's been said about that load of steel, and I'm just worried if I did say, hey, here's me 2 weeks notice, that I'd turn around and say, well, all right, yep, you're good to go, but we're going to charge you for that rejected load. Yeah, Josh, me talking to the wife today, she's saying it was a bit overcast and that, and I think there is rain coming again. I think it's raining in Adelaide at the moment. Any Adelaide or South Australians, is it raining there? Because once it starts raining there, it comes this way to Vic. Gyro, yeah. When you look at, I can't remember. I think Paul from Trucking About, his Kenworth, you'll see on the video, he's got matte black. Most of the time it's just a matte black sticker, I think. I don't think it's actually paint, but that is to stop glare, especially on Ninos and some of them trucks with big bonnets. Having that blacked out top of the bonnet just nearly 100% removes the glare coming off or driving into the... It's one thing to have the sun there trying to hide it behind your sun visor, but that only comes to there. Then you've got the sun coming up from down underneath it as well. It's not only does it make it hard to see when your window's disgusting, like some of you have seen lately. Yeah, it's just downright dangerous. But aside from just getting a bit of masking tape and a couple of spray cans and painting it out myself, having a bit of dirt and dust on top and not cleaning it definitely does help with that sun reflection. If I wasn't doing the channel, Kevin, I'll be back in the Volvo in a second. The old diesel Smurf, she's unique, stands out, it's different. I like the blue. It is definitely not a truck set up for interstate driving or staying in 6 nights of the week, but it's the bed I lay in. Tim, welcome. Speaking of bad weather, you're in Melbourne. What's it like down there? Ash, well, I'm going to leave you here. Torch, shower and chair and sleep in the truck. Pretty comfortable. Hammer, yeah. Ideally, I did want to get a car when I got here, but I come in, I left the truck out the front. I'd been wanting to do this for a week or two, but I didn't want to do any online or over the phone booking. I wanted to come here and just what access was going to be like. I didn't want to have to book and pay money, then have to cancel and not get a refund or something because, oh no, you're in a truck, it's not going to work. There's one cabin up there that you can park at next to the truck where there's space. All the other cabins, you might see that one there, but all the cabins are set up where you've only got a spot in between them for for a car to park, and unfortunately, being 8 feet wide, diesel smirt's probably going to rub up against the gutter if I tried to park it in there, and then they wouldn't let me straddle the gutter. So we didn't get that cabin. It was booked out, and yeah, we'll get a cabin next time. Josh, we get a couple of new trucks at work. We got Isuzu. We'll see the same. Isuzu, Hino, they're all getting bigger. Black Locks in Wodonga now, you see dual axle or heavy rigid Isuzus in there, up with Agi on the back or something. So surely not just running an oversized 4-cylinder twin turbo or something to power. They'd have to have a 6 or something, UD6 or something. Hammer, no, I haven't. Oh, yes, I've done yeah, there's Jono from Road Train Adventures has been on the video a couple of times. We've been talking the last week or two. We've been back in each other's neck of the woods here, but just being able to get schedules, get the time to meet up, has just been a bit hard. He's been up to Newcastle or going to Brisbane or whatever else, and being able to meet up and spend half an hour on the side of the road talking crap between the two of us without even filming is just hard to do sometimes. Yeah, go back. He did one with me, and it's got a picture of the black Volvo from Bodman's I was driving at the time when we met up at Gundagai. That's probably April, March last year, I'd say that would have been. And then after that, we done a couple of meetups in Canberra as well, where I filmed it on my channel. So Chasing Road Train Adventures, I think is the name of one video, and then like a couple of videos after that, I got a chance to meet up with him as well. Perfect birthday, Claire. Nice. Sunny and 16. Andrew and Tim, yeah. Well, sunny and 16 for Melbourne, and well, I suppose we are coming out of winter. A mate, I've seen some photos from a mate. He's over at Murray Bridge at South Australia at the moment. All the canola's starting to flower over there. I noticed on Thursday night when I went down to Tarcutta, the wattle on the side of the highway is starting to bloom. Like it is, we're coming to spring, and with the weather like this, it's probably going to come sooner than later. Do you see the other YouTubers that drive trucks like? Well, Kevin, as I said before, Jono, because he sort of comes across some of the same territory as I do, up mainly Highway 31. I think Paul from Trucking About was at Pheasant's Nest when he done his gearbox. I think we're there the same night, but it just didn't know. He pulled up over in the sort of the short. Oh, DoorDash. Thank you. We've got Chinese coming tonight. Yeah, he was over on one side. I was parked on another side, and it was only when he released his film I thought I seen the truck in the background, and just didn't know. Didn't know we're going to be in the same spot at the same time, which is, it happens. Tim, I am at a caravan park in Northern Hills of Sydney, 5 minutes from the yard, perfect location. I just can't commit to booking it for the week to stay here because I don't know what work's going to do. And I don't want to have to lose a couple $100 in booking fees because I've got to go back to Sydney or do something else. So it's, plus I did want to come out and check the joint out because we're coming up for a family holiday in September, and it seems like a great spot down Windsor Road a little bit, and you're back into the main business end of things, and we can check out the rest of Sydney. I want to go for a drive up Bell's Line of Road to see what that's like, because someone tells me I'll never take a truck up there. I always take a truck up there. I don't like going the Great Northern Highway, so the only way to find out if something's good or bad is to do it yourself. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, just wanted to get a video out for everyone. I could have just done this as a members one, but we've been able to keep the members videos consistent for now, and I haven't been able to do anything vlog wise just because the back loads changing and not knowing when I was going to get home to get stuff uploaded. You can drive 11 tonner on a car license. There's only the 11 ton Isuzu, that only a single drive. I would have thought after. So that's the thing, I bypassed all that knowing medium rigid, light rigid. I thought over 5.5 or 4.5 ton you need the license, because the old Mazda 2600? No, that's Nokia 2600. The old Mazda bus was over 4.5 ton that I used to have as a camper, and you needed a light rigid to drive that, but you didn't need a light rigid to drive a coaster, which is only 3.5 ton. I did not know Pat Morris was from at West Wyalong, Josh. You do learn something every day. Thoughts on Turbo, that Aussie trucker? Resin Turbo. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's out of jail. I hope his jail experience was enjoyable. I hope it taught him some things about dealing with customers and dealing with other road users. I don't think he's going to be turning up on Aussie Outback Truckers anytime soon. But you got to remember too that that's a TV product solely made for the UK audience. Whereas I heard Yogi today talking. They're filming season 13 at the moment. When that comes on 7 Plus or 7, it might get 100, 200,000 views, watches, whatever the TV rating system, how that works. But over in the UK, that'll get 5 million. That'll just do gangbusters over there, and they just absolutely love it. Siphon, good evening, good afternoon. Tim, I'd not so much a scooter, the wanting of a postie bike. And early on when I got the Smurf, it would have been right, even with my water container on the back. There was that clearance from the front of the trailer to the back of the cab, but then for some reason, all of a sudden for a week, I had trailers on that must have been had the kingpin in a different spot, and the corners of the trailer were smashing me the top bloody water container, and after that week, it had a crack in it, and every time you stopped, water would pour out, and it was buggered. So if you had a motorbike folding scooter or something, you'd have to find somewhere on the trail to put it, because as you've seen from the walk around before, there's so much shit getting stuck to the side of this truck now. It's going to start looking like the Clampett Mobile with just jerry cans and tarps and life preservers and God knows what else I pack on this thing to get through the daily grind. But yeah, folding scooter or something would be handy. So good evening, you Siphon. Gyro, notice morning getting brighter than leaving home at 6:15. Yeah. About 6:30 now, I think. The sun's coming up, maybe a little bit later, but that's one thing you definitely notice when as it starts getting warmer. That sun is peeking over the horizon a hell of a lot earlier in the morning. I don't know if I showed you this too. I don't know if this is. It looks like with the grass under it, looks like it's permanent, but the truckies out there, what you got to do to tow a semi-trailer in that. This thing is absolutely ginormous. Big tri-axle Ozflex caravans, and it's only got a standard tow ball on it. But I haven't seen. There is a vehicle there under a tarp, and it looks like a wagon. If it's a wagon, it might be a new patrol, but that's 31-foot van. That is massive, and it'd have to be 4 ton. We got 2 trucks on 11 ton. You drive colours. Oh, rightio, Josh. Yep. British YouTubers. Calamity Kim, when she was there, obviously she's over in Diesel Creek's neck of the woods now. And I think through her Lord Muck, was watching him for a little bit as well. But the biggest problem I've got now, because I'm gone all week, like even now being a Sunday night, there's going to be some local blokes. Steve, you're probably going to do it. Bruce in Oz has already got his video out, so it's downloading now on Caravan Wi-Fi. Everyone loves releasing videos on a Sunday afternoon, and normally by then I've already left Albury and don't have the Wi-Fi to be able to download the video anymore. So sadly, a lot of the channels I used to watch, you're getting home on the weekend and you're trying to catch up wherever you can, and there's a lot of stuff that's getting missed now, which is a shame. But that's why I got YouTube Premium, so I can download videos while I'm there. I'll download all the videos from the previous week, watch them during the week, and yeah, if you release a video on a Sunday arvo like this, I ain't got one of the Australian cricketers camping here. He's definitely an Australian cricket bloody jumpsuit. Yeah, like even now, bloody Diesel Down Under's got a new video out. Bruce and Oz got a new video out, got them downloaded. Root Rat, there's still 2 videos here from last week. I need to catch up on that. Vigorous Boar got a live video and a couple other videos of his to watch. So there's that plus Amazon Prime, Netflix, Paramount, and Apple. Well, not Apple TV, but Apple movies and stuff on there. There's always something to watch. So Martin, good evening. Josh, yeah, all outside of Albury, but yeah, basically Albury Wodonga. Time change. Yeah, time change. Well, what's that? Is it end of September or end of October? Or the first week in October? I don't know when daylight savings comes back in, but yeah, not looking forward to that at all. Queensland has it right, just don't have it in WA. If you're comfortable, Josh, because my family's in Dettering as well. If you're comfortable, let you know what your surname is. But in saying that, we moved out of Dettering in 1989, so there's still family there, but it could be any name, and I'll have no idea. So apologies for that. Martin, that is Illuminati shirt. This, I had the same problem yesterday. Old mate said, "Oh, you want to come to the club with us?" And I made the mistake last time I got stuck up here. I've only got high-vis shirts. I haven't got any other polo shirt or any other shirt in my bag that I could wear. Shirt, shorts, and work boots. I haven't got any stepping out gear. Yeah, Martin, it does glow in the dark. And yeah, there's something I need to keep an eye on, because I notice in a lot of videos when editing, especially when that light is coming through, this is just glowing and blowing out the picture of the video. So high-vis might not be the best thing to be doing videos with, but live next to the pub. Well, Ash, you were there last night. I think Uber picked you up, and 15 minutes later there was a steak and chips and veg on the table, and it looked absolutely delicious. But well, it's the newer one, so it's still glowing a little bit. There's a few that are older and they don't have the same glow. But I live next to the pub, not life. See, that's how easy it happens, Josh. I do not actually take a moment at and get to run oversized tower crane sections up to Ultimo tomorrow from Wollongong. Nice siphon. Oversized crane section. So the big box framing for, well, no, that'd be tower crane sections. Where are they coming out of Wollongong? What crane mob's down there? Gyro, flannel tracksuit Crocs. Yeah, right. Like Ford Rangers, Crocs are the bane of human existence and should not be purchased at all. I do have a few flannels, but so that's the problem. When I was getting that oversized section, or get that oversized load out of the port, whenever I was doing Abbey Group or big construction projects, you had high vis and then you had night vis, which had the reflective bits in them. Everywhere you go, they say you need high vis, which means this is fine. You don't have to worry about having this laying around and whatever else. If it's cold, we got the high. Oh, that really blew out the colour. That orange high vis. And when $8 at Kmart, I think that was about $15 from Kmart. It's the wardrobe's full of it. And once it's buggered, it just goes into the bin or gets torn up for rags. So, Josh, I didn't even know Shane Jacobs was doing that until, where were we? With the fishing club at Dartmouth Pub, up there fishing on Dartmouth Dam, and I think the first episode was on 7 Plus or on Channel 7, whatever they were screening it on, and the family members that made cameos, the photos of Grandad that was there on the wall that they showed and featured, who is no longer with us. I got emotional seeing all that and thinking, wow. But then in saying that, I think I've watched the second, maybe the third episode, and I've just never gone. It's not for not wanting to see the rest of the video on the pub, but or typical free-to-air streaming channels not letting you be able to download anything to watch later. You got to have the internet to watch stuff. So, yeah, Kevin, polo shirt. That's the thing. They're heavier fabric. These are just light. They breathe. They dry easy in the sun once you've washed them. Trucker, hey, how you going, Trucker? 844. No, but all good, Martin. They're doing another TV show. Shane Jacobson's doing another TV show. We think about the Volvo FH and Scania. Well, I can't comment on Scania. I've never driven a Scania at all in my life, so cannot comment on that. I'm not going to badmouth or whatever. Unlike others, I am pro European trucks. They built a lot of Australia long before Kenworth got here, so yeah. Automatic transmissions. Dezo from Hungary. Wow. That might be our furthest away viewer. Thank you, Dezo. I've got no issue. The 12-speed in the Volvo, I had no issues with. As long as I could change it manually, as long as I had the gear stick down here with your plus and minuses, so you can come up to a hill, you can drop it down a gear early, keep the revs up, and keep into it. If you're driving an auto, they just want to lag, they just want to putt around at low revs, and granted, over 800 k's from Melbourne to Sydney, you probably ain't going to lose 5 minutes by slowing down early on hills. But oh no, Martin's in Texas. Hungry. I don't know. We got viewers outside of Australia anyway, so that's great. Resolution rigging, yeah, rightio. 3 square meter sections, have to get up there before 5:30, yeah, oversize. That's just over width. You're still normal length. But I suppose that'd be light stuff, wouldn't it, Siphon? So you'd still go up. You'd still go Mount Ousley fairly quick, even if you are blocking both lanes for being oversized. That's not badass looking, Martin. That's just a high vis. 4.6 high, yeah, rightio. Where's it going to? Where'd you say that was going to? No, you retracted that one. Ultimo. I don't know where Ultimo is. As long as it's 15 minutes. Yeah, well, I'm surprised. I don't know if I can scroll out of this. Oh no, it's scheduled between 5:40, so that's all right. We've still got 20 minutes, but we have been going for an hour, so we'll start winding up in a minute. We're up to Sutherland, then snake through side roads. Oh, CBD. Yeah, we had pods that had to go in, or we've had a few pods that have had to go into Pitt Street, which anyone that knows the CBD knows that's the one next to George Street, which is central CBD of Sydney. And although it'd make a good video going in over the Sydney Harbour, film out at the harbour, the bridge, everything else, I do not want to go into CBD Sydney relying on Google Maps or Apple Maps, the old Power Museum. That sounds pretty deep in there. Not gonna lie, got gyro. Good luck. I told the company there's no way I'm taking a truck into the CBD of Sydney or Melbourne. They've got other drivers that have done the drop-offs before. We had the issue when going in the roads, into Hassel Street and into other jobs, Melrose Park. Once you do it once, yeah, right, you know how to get in and out of there and everything else, but you've got other drivers that have done it once or twice. Give it to them. I am passing the buck on that. West Wyalong, the last Brisbane trip, we went up the Newell and went out to West Wyalong. When I went on my Cape trip in October last year, we stayed at one of the hotels just in, once you come from the Olympic Highway. No, it's not that there. Once you come from Temora and turn right and go up the Newell at the Shell there, come in a bit, and there was a hotel in there I stayed at. And there's a free camping reserve there as well, which I earmarked for next time I go up there with the van, where you can stay and not pay for a motel. Well, convoy makes it worse, Siphon. If you got 4 or 5 years there causing traffic issues or traffic friction, the locals are going to get pretty upset. But like you said, was it 3 wide, 4.6 high, 3 metre squares? So 3 metres, you're not hanging over. You could stick to your lane without taking up both lanes, so people would still be able to get through. Coolabah Tree Cafe. I apologies for the pause. I'm just thinking the only real well, Yas, Coolabah treat. Yas is pretty much the only one of them I go to. Good food, but pricey. But then again, if you're paying the money for a decent feed, then you can pay a lot more for a combo at Hungry Jack's or whatever else. I don't have the carton anymore. Josh, no, it's not Josh, it's Kevin. Let's just say a product of Victoria. I can't believe I can't buy it up here anywhere in New South Wales unless it's in tiny little bottles. Oh, is the shell a Coolabah? Is it? I didn't realise that was a Coolabah. Stefan, that is last time I had to go into Mascot, Glebe Island. One of those places, and then I had to go through the M5 into M8 tunnel. Halfway through, lost phone reception and did not pick it up until I come out. And you're coming past exits and just had no idea where to go. You're looking at Apple Maps and you can see the faded line underneath where the tunnel goes, but it doesn't tell you where the off-ramps are. It doesn't tell you if you should have taken those off-ramps. It was only when I come out the off-ramp at the very end of the tunnel and I got everything back. It's like, oh yeah, turn left here. I'm like, it's one of the reasons I bought that that Trucking Atlas. Is just if I got to do any place where I got to go through a tunnel, I need to know before I hit that tunnel where you got to get out of it again. And then yeah, I haven't had issues with GPS with the skyscrapers, but I can see why it'd be an issue at the end of the Shell servo. Yeah, so not actually in the Shell servo, that main roadhouse dining area next to it. Badass Eagles coil, no more year. Sutton Forest. Is there? I only thought there was the Shell on the Macca's, because the Macca's moved into the old roadhouse there, and then you've got Pretty Sally's on the southbound side. Phil, hello. Outback Australia. Now, that's a pretty broad term, Phil, because that could be Ivanhoe, it could be Burke, it could be Alice, Unadilla, Tennant Creek. Quick, everyone, where's Phil from? Yeah, because the last time I had to pull in, not Alice. Well, last time I had to pull into Sutton Forest, I just went over the bridge to the southbound side and went to Pretty Sally's there. It is Alice. Martin, if it was from Pine Gap, I'd be ending this stream because they're onto me. Outback is so vast. Well, it depends, because everyone's got different definitions of what. Yeah, Phil, there's a UHF in here. I don't even have it on when I'm in Sydney. There's no point. There's just, I've got the radio on that does the traffic updates. There's no benefit whatsoever to having a UHF in the city, because there's just too many other users that abuse it. But a spy, yeah, well, not that big. It's very easy to recognise the roads and tunnels and bridges. Yeah, Mohammed, I've never been to New Zealand. The family went over to, I'm going to bugger this up. I was going to say Wheels of Wakanda, but it's not Wakanda because that's something else. Wakanda? The big earth moving show over there as well. And I'm sure I didn't get a chance to do that because I think it was the last one they were going to do. Yeah, but Alice Springs, Phil. Yeah, that's pretty much in the outback. Some would say the centre of Australia, non-geographically, but it's something I'd love to do. I'd love to gutsy up through Alice to Darwin, but maybe one day. It probably won't be in a truck. It'll be doing 80 k's an hour, keeping everyone going slow in a caravan. You could fit the UK. You could fit the UK in the outback. I'm guessing what you're saying, Kevin. Yeah, it's yeah, into the outback. Yep, it's a lot of space. Come from Sydney, so it's in the same way. Yeah, well. But anyway, well, hour and 5 minutes to go and wind her up. So, any last questions? As I said earlier, we're probably not going to get another vlog out until next weekend at the earliest. It's probably just going to be picking up the concrete, and I'll try and keep that contained to one video. But if we do head south on Friday and deliver it, I'll add that to the end of it, just so you got to pick up at one spot and then delivery in Melbourne. But I just don't know. Kevin, livestock. Growing up on a dairy farm, we had a little 3-ton dyno with a crate on it. You wouldn't call that livestock. That's just taking some cattle, moving between properties and that sort of stuff. The old man was driving for Shanahan Street Sport. I never got to go for a run in him, but heard plenty of stories of being bitten by cows and all the usual, getting kicked, getting run over. Plenty of war stories I've heard from other people too about being run over by cattle. And even when I was working at abattoirs and having Pendergasts come in with pigs on their trails, and just seeing what those blokes had to deal with trying to get them pigs off the trailers, that's not just trucking. That's a whole different kettle of fish, having to deal with livestock. And hats off to the boys and girls out there that deal with livestock, because it's not just a passion for trucks. You need to have a real care and passion for animals and livestock as well. No worries, Josh. Thanks for stopping by. We're not far off the end of this one. Thanks, Stefan. Gyro. At Sydney, we'll keep her as safe as we can be. Tankers, no. And that goes for water, milk, or fuel. I kind of regret not getting my DG license when I was at my last place, but I just didn't want to have to deal with the extra responsibility of having dangerous goods on board. Cooking video. Well, Andrew, remember Andrew, you've seen, where is it? No, that's a pot. I can feel it there. You've seen the cooking I'd done with the new jet ball. On the weekend I went home and I actually cut the top out of one of the Came special pots. So that is now a 1/2 litre cooking pot with your cooker. Quickly show this. Have a look at my fridge on a Monday night after I've been to Coles. There is no room in there for any meat, any vegetables, anything to cook up a gourmet meal. Now, I'd love to. That's a woof of fresh cut red onion. The only cooking I'm doing is heating up soup in that, or stuff like that. There's no gourmet stuff happening at all for the most part. As you've seen, 2-minute noodles. So if the right situation was to come and I could do some sort of cooking, I would, but I'm a tight ass. I'm reheating soup, I'm buying tins of soup, I'm buying packet soups. I've got wraps there, as you've seen, the tomato, onion, the salad in there, and some ham for wraps. But yeah, Mohammed, yeah, Western Stars have been here for a long time. That first job I got into when I was out of the army was the old W model, and there was I think it was an old 80s Western Star as well. Big square bonnet thing with a, I'm going to say 300 horsepower Cummins. It was gutless. And again, something else that didn't like to stop as well. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. answering some questions. That's been great. But that is past, so we're going to end this out. A massive thank you for everyone stopping by, asking questions. I hope you are... Oh, we're still going. Rightio, Mohammed. So you've driven trucks for 40 years, so I'm only maffing here, but the person that taught you how to drive was from Australia in the start of the 90s. No, that'd be 80s, late 80s. Someone from Australia went over and taught you how to drive. That would have been interesting. I'm again only going off over the top and some other trucking movies of the 80s to show what the trucking scene was like in America in the 80s. Apart from that, I've got no idea, apart from what movies have shown me. And yes, I know that there aren't Trans Ams running around blocking illegal booze all over the place. Although we did see it again in the 90s with Black Dog. We're once again going to have a Trans Am / Camaro running blocker for a truck. It might be more common than we know of. Don't know. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed. Live, I think every bloke, everyone says it when they go live on YouTube. It's not for the views. It's just to engage with the channel. Live videos don't do well with viewerships, because you need to be here watching live. If you got the right setup, you can show the questions and everything so people can see what the questions are. I've tried my best to say the question, then answer it. Thanks, Andrew. We're going to try to. I just hope I can get home next week. But yeah, it's going back and watching a live video after the fact. You can put some comments in. I know I'll answer anyone now. If you're watching this after the fact, comment away. I'll answer them. I'll still do that. But you're outside of the community. Gathering. I don't know. Words not English me now. So anyway, I'm going to go down the front gate and get my DoorDash. I've got some Singapore noodle coming tonight. And yeah. Once again, I'm looking around all these buttons and I do not know how to end this. So anyway, thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel. Again, channel memberships, I know it's tough, fuel price and everything else. If you want to tip the channel or support the channel, if you want to see more videos, channel memberships is where you're going to see that for the time being. For $1.50 a month, there's over 100 members only videos there that you can go back and check out as well. And some stuff that I don't show on the videos to the general public. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me for Sunday night. The sun has gone down. I might have to put the jumper on to go to the front gate. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.